My mom told me not to talk to strangers on the internet, but I'm glad I didn't listen. We are the Certified Noonas, your sisters in the love of Asian entertainment.
Hi, I'm Jessie.
I'm Natalia.
And I'm Sky.
And it is Christmas week if you celebrate that. And we were given such a delightful gift, which is the topic of this episode, which I know that you probably know because you clicked play after seeing the title. That's right. Today, we are going to be talking about 10Dance, a new Netflix dance film, Japanese film, gay dance Japanese film. Well, actually, no, bisexual dance Japanese film. They were both very bisexual, these fellas, starring our good friends Takuchi Ryoma and Machida Kato. Love Machida Kato. And other people. Other people were there too, but really like contributed very little to the plot. The two of them were most of what we were, looking
Well, the ladies were great.
The ladies were great.
They were in it a lot. Yeah. They were definitely like not
they were characters. They had there was like a little bit of vibe there, if you ask me. But they were not the point. They were lovely and wonderful dancers. And this film just literally so the day let me give you a little behind the scenes as to why this doesn't look like our normal video if you're on YouTube watching this. So we normally record on Thursdays, but today we are recording on Friday. And the movie came out yesterday, so we all watched the movie yesterday on Thursday. And then after work today, we're recording it because I have to upload it tomorrow because I leave at 4, I leave at 5 a.m. on Sunday morning to go a very long trip to visit my family across the country for Christmas. So, this isn't an edited episode. This is just
so you're gonna get it all.
I'm sure everybody is like wrapping up all their stuff like right before.
Yeah, I feel like this is common. So I made if you're not on, if you're not watching us on YouTube, you should come watch us on YouTube. We make fun videos. I think I've made a really low budget overlay. And that's just what we're doing. You may hear some banging in the background. I apologize. We're having a huge windstorm where I am.
Yeah, I'm just pretty windy here too.
My windows do not fit in the windowsills particularly well, and they've been banging all day.
Yeah.
So we're gonna work through that today because we want to talk about 10Dance. It is a 2-hour-long movie on Netflix.
Yes.
And a little bit of warning before we get into it. If you were thinking about watching it, you will see some butts. You may see a boob or two. I do like that it's tagged on MDL as prolonged nudity. It really wasn't that prolonged.
Okay.
It's
I guess it was more than a second.
It was more than just a flash, but it was just oh no, I saw a lady's butt crack. What shall I do? And it is very bisexual.
Indeed.
So it's about 2 dancers. One is a Latin dancer full of fire and energy. And his name is Suzuki Shinya. And the other one is a very what's the word I'm looking for here? Disciplined ballroom dancer, world-ranked ballroom dancer, whose name is Sugiki Shinya. If you notice, those names are very similar. And they pass each other's orbits quite often. But not that much because they don't dance in the same style.
Yeah.
Ballroom and Latin dancing is kept separate with one big exception. A competition called the 10Dance, where you have to dance in 10 different styles, 5 of traditional ballroom styles and 5 Latin American styles, and also jive, which is just an American style. And you have to dance 10 dances, but you may have to go 4 rounds, so you may dance 40 dances in one day. It's crazy. So, after the competition, our old Latin, the story is really told from the point of view of Suzuki Shinya, who's like the Latin dancer. And he is approached by this very like world-class, ballroom dancer, and is like, hey, I wish to dance the 10-dance, which means I want you to teach me Latin dancing and I'll teach you ballroom dancing, and we can compete. The both of us with our prospective dance partners can compete together. And at first, the Latin dancer's like, go away. I don't want to do that.
He does not like it.
Yeah. He's like, no interest.
He's
in doing that,
stuck up and like prim and proper, and
he's like,
the other guy's just like fiery and like just like,
he's like, I do not want to learn ballroom
dancing with like crazy hair.
I have a mullet and I'm sensual and have sex with lots of ladies and love Cuba and hang out in this international village.
He's got like kind of a surfer vibe going on.
Yeah, he really does. But he wears billowing pants and like open shirts. He's really like the style on him.
If you're saying prolonged nudity, we see the chesticles a lot.
Yeah, but like
that is,
I don't think they ever count man chest as nudity these days. Boo, equal opportunity. Just show free the nips. They're just boobs. Who cares? But so then he's worn down by him very quickly. He doesn't take that long. It's only 2-hour runtime. You can't take that long to like. And he's like,
took a little bit. There was a hesitation, Yeah,
he like for like a week or so, he was like, no, we cannot. And then his partner was like, I'd actually I think it would kind of be fun.
Cool.
Like, I think we could have a good time. Like, well, first he shows up and like shoos all the naked ladies out of his orgy room. And then it's like, we should probably do it, right? Like, should we? And then they just go to this guy's wonderful studio and start just sensually male on male dancing for quite a while. There's just like a lot of sensual dancing.
Yeah.
And then I can't say more because that would be in spoiler territory, and we're not in spoiler territory yet. We will warn you when that begins.
It is based on a manga. 7 volumes. This does not cover all 7 volumes.
No,
obviously.
No. If it did, I'd be like, "Wow, this manga's still in. They're still writing it, right?" Which will get to him saying that.
Well,
dancing.
The one piece of dance manga.
The 7th volume came out in 2023. So,
okay.
And things that we can say that aren't really spoilery. The dancing is incredible. The dancing is beautiful. Like, and there's a lot of them.
Yeah. There's not.
It's not just like, and it's obviously not like, there's not like a stunt double who came in to dance. Like, that's them dancing.
Sure. I don't know if any of the other dancers are like true dancers or not. Like,
I imagine that like the dance, like the background dancers, like the other people competing and stuff, were probably actual dancers.
But I don't know if they're like known or something. Like, so if you were like in this like dance world, you'd be like, oh my gosh, I know that person, because they like actually compete or something like that, which would be cool if they did. So
the acting was lovely. The story was not super complex. I will say this because I think I talk about sometimes, especially probably just with the girls, but like there's like plot driven stories and then there's like character driven stories. This is definitely a character driven story because the plot is just we dance together and then go to some competitions and then dance together some more. And
I also like, I would say it's like even less character and more just like the dance is what's the actual
dance
story.
Is like another character. Like
it's just like kind of because they
dancing.
Spend a lot of time during the movie focused on dancing and like it is about dancing, but I mean, like when they're like sitting there in the studio, like learning stuff, there are long periods of time where they're not even talking to each other, even in a correction way. And they do that with all of the dancers you see. So like there is a lot more where it's just like kind of like we're focused, no dialogue on this dance,
the art of
and
the
progression of the dance,
story.
and how it's affecting the characters.
And it was beautifully filmed.
The cinematography is incredible,
and the lighting and the colors, and
agreed.
And surprisingly international.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah. There's so much, like there's not even that much you can say without like getting into like.
It's funny because there are spoilers, but like also like it doesn't
actually
the story doesn't cover a ton. I will say that like that's
it's like knowing the spoilers will not actually change the experience of watching it whatsoever. I don't think, because it's so like it's more like an emotion, like the feeling that it gives you is more important than the information you're actually like receiving about the plot line, if that makes any sense.
And I think a big aspect of between the dance, like they're practicing dancing a lot, like since they're preparing for all these competitions and showing these two pairs how to dance each other's type of dance. But on top of that, you have a really restrained character and a really unrestrained character. And so, again, a lot isn't really said quite often, but as far as the emotions that are shown, of course, the unrestrained character is going to show a lot more of what he's feeling. And then the ballroom guy just really doesn't as much. But he's still doing his little micro expression stuff.
Yeah, it does lead to like one of my favorite things that happens in like things like this, where you have like a really like emotionally restrained character. When they finally are not emotionally restrained, they go, it's wild. And I'm just like, And it's like, I'm sorry, Machida Keita is like, he's the guy you want for that. You know what I mean? Because like,
agreed.
I love his dedication to being like, I may be married to a woman and have children, but I would like to bring gay cinema to the forefront.
Like, I'm just into playing characters.
Yep. And I love that for him and for us.
Well, and I appreciate how like a lot of all of his characters are very different when they're being restrained and then not as restrained later. I just really appreciate it. Because it's a
good bit. It's a good bit, and I love it. It's like it's one of my like in in fic when you're in that slow burn, and then suddenly it's like the slow burn is over, and I'm just like, well,
it's also like really great with him as an actor because he's so good at acting, even when you can't, like with his eyes, like he like has a lot of times where it's like his whole purpose is to like be viewing something and like everyone like not know his emotions because he's like having an inner monologue, and you can tell like even through screen like during those times that like how he's feeling towards things, and it's like very little like outward emotion, and it's like he's just incredible at that sort of thing. And so like the character he like is in this is so like wrapped up in his need to be perfect, and like especially what his former dance teacher has like said is like how he's supposed to be perfect, and like that's his goal. And then like when it changes because of who he meets, it's like really great with him as an actor doing that because he's just so good at that kind of like effortlessly bridging that.
It was like it was a really good movie for me, mostly because of the acting. Like if I was looking at it just by plot, I would just be like, it was fine. Oh, they danced. Okay, cool. If they're danced, if they're gay now, cool. They're bisexuals doing stuff together. Cool. But like the acting was so good, and like the dancing was just so engaging that it does a lot of heavy lifting that the sparseness of plot points like it does not matter. You know what I mean? Like it's still great, even though there's very little story here. It's like, but there's a lot of emotion, you know?
Mm-hmm. I think what I appreciated about the training sequences, which there were a lot of them, specifically the ballroom style, and how they would always show his character like kind of in, because you do a lot of holds in a lot of the ballroom stuff. So he would be holding these positions for so long, and you could tell that like his posture was so stiff. And since they showed that a lot through all these practices, and then you see it, then you see the ballroom dancing in motion late. Like that's kind of the entirety of the story, is like you see how it builds up, all these positions end up becoming this like very fluid thing. But I liked how they even broke down like, okay, the woman in the woman dancer in the ballroom dances, and how her back is like arched back, and like, and how difficult that is. Like, I mean, the way they broke it all down, it's not that it was just like, oh, this is kind of educational, which it kind of was, but that was almost the storytelling sometimes in and of itself, like the things that they chose to explain, and then how the characters would react within that teaching moment or whatever. Kind of hard to explain. If you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But like, because there really weren't that many plot points, but quite often it was how they were teaching each other things, or the reactions with that or something.
I think it was also good because like I don't know dancing like specifically the two types of dancing that they are doing. Like I don't really have any like knowledge of it.
Surface level knowledge at best.
Like I know like ballroom dancing and like how they have to have their hair. That's like basically the only thing I know, right? So it was like really interesting the way that they almost made it so that like if you were watching it as a non-dancer, you were learning about the dances, but they still made it like believable that he was teaching it to already a professional dancer.
Yes. Now I believe we can probably go into spoilers at this point. So just know, if you're listening, we will be revealing spoilers as it were. But as we said, I don't think even knowing what anything we say from this point on will affect the enjoyment of the film.
I think the only spoiler would be like the last 10 minutes.
Truly. So like the biggest spoiler is they never actually get to the 10 Dance competition. Okay, like they're just like, that'll come
later.
We'll do it, you know, like we'll get maybe next movie we'll get to that. So it sort of ends with like this competition that I had to stop myself from like laughing. Where Regina Kai's character is supposed to do like an exposition dance of the 10 dance styles at this dance competition, the Asia Cup dance.
And the awards have already been given out, but he's doing this like, and he's supposed to be with his partner. Partner.
And instead of dancing these 10 dances with his partner, dances them with the Latin dancer, with Suzuki. And this is what sort of made me laugh. I was sitting here watching this where they're doing these beautiful dances together, but I was just like, imagine if you were in the audience of this competition, right? And you're sitting there and you're like, okay, like they just won, like this guy who just won second at Worlds should have won first. Just putting that out there.
Was it Worlds? But it was like the Asia.
No. Well, this is the Asia, but he had just won second at the Worlds.
True. Okay.
And so he's here to like do an exposition with his partner, and you're just like, oh, this is so fun. Like, you know, he's the best ballroom dancer in Japan. And he's going to come do this lovely exposition with his partner, who is the other best ballroom dancer in Japan. But instead, this dude that you just watched win like third place in this competition are going to come out and put on this lovely, like, gay dance show. But it is
like they're just like fun and laughing. Like
they look like they're having a great time together. Yeah. And like everyone's like into it. And like the announcer, I don't know who they got. Like this guy who was like an English announcer, like announcing these dance types. He was doing the most. Okay, he did not have to be
a little too much.
Yeah, he's doing a little like, too of the most.
I don't want to hear you anymore. Sorry.
It's like we know what the dances are called. We just spent the whole film learning about them. You don't have to tell us. Like announcing, and everyone's just sort of like taking it in stride. And everyone's like, "Oh, how lovely!" And I'm sitting here like, I feel like more people would be like, "What the hell's going on?" But it's just like. Yeah, why can't two men compete in a ballroom dancing competition together? That's why can't and then also it's like the two ladies are then dancing together as well. So I'm like, oh, it's a lovely like WLW moment happening. But it's just like I feel like as an audience member, like in this scene, you'd be like, what is happening? But no one, everyone's just like,
and then a very public like. Passionate kiss
kiss on the dance floor, and I'd be like, "Whoa, you're coming out right here at the Asian ballroom dance."
Like audience is like also it's mixed, so there's like a lot of people who probably don't even know what's going on in terms of like the announcer too, and they're like in this land, and they nobody knows the like language, and they're like, "What is going on?"
But it's like everyone's just like, "Yeah, I guess this is totally normal for the Asian Cup." Like, look at these two lovely gay men just coming out and doing a dance exposition. I thought he was going to dance with his lady partner, but I guess I guess not. And I'm just like, I feel like some people would have a few more questions about what was happening. But I will admit, like what I thought was funny is I was just thinking, I was seeing this scene from the announcer's point of view, where he's like, well, show must go on. All right, now we're going to be doing the Austrian waltz. And I'm like, sure, man. The Viennese waltz. And I'm just like, yeah, if you were the announcer, that is also what you would do. You'd be like, did not see two men coming out on the dance floor at the Asia Cup ballroom dancing competition, but show must go on. So let me just be like, time for the lambada. Like, sure. And then he's just like, okay, see you at 10Dance, and then it ends. Just like
that you have no perception of like, first of all, we don't really know if there's going to be another movie, like who knows that, especially anyway. So but they never say like from that moment, like if it was going to be 2 months, if it was going, like they don't say how long it would be
till 10 days
next competition. So it's like oh well.
Now, I will say that we were discussing earlier his losing control, the button-up character. I also had a little bit of a chuckle when that happened, because I had a lot of little chuckles, because I like seeing absurd in things that aren't meant to be absurd. And first off, what happens is, Latin Dancer is on the subway, the most festive subway car you've ever seen in your life. It was decked up for the holidays. Yeah. But he's the only person somehow on this Tokyo subway car. Okay? And then Machina Kaita's character comes in. They start just passionately making out, groping each other on this empty, festive subway car.
Getting all tangled up in those.
They're getting tangled up in the tinsel, and like, I don't know why this subway car was decorated so hard. To my knowledge, they don't really celebrate Christmas that much in Japan. Like, it's not like and so they're like getting tangled up in tinsel. They're like passionately. And then it's like the metro car, then the subway then stops, and a bunch of people who are just partying. They're just like, they were just like, the party nightlife was happening. They like get on, and I'm just like, and then they like stop making out because all these other people, those people were so drunk. You could have kept making out, fellas. Like, they would have not hampered what was happening here whatsoever. But I was just like, this is so absurd, and I love it because this movie is not absurd.
It felt very cinematic, like, we were just trying to have a movie moment.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're trying to make it real romantic and like really, passion, like show the passion. But I was just like, why is this subway car decorated like this and nobody is on it? Like, where did all these drunk people suddenly come from? Like, this is fun. It was like, I'm not saying this as though I actually disliked it. I thought it was great. I was great. Yeah. I was having a fun time with it. But it was just so like,
it was very abrupt and like not where you thought it would go.
No. It was the tinsel that really like, and the camera's like whipping around and like there's light flares.
It's not like we ever have a lot of relationship discussion. It's just we just kind of vibe is what we do. Yeah. Mostly.
Like there's never any like there's never that what this is actually I really appreciated about it. There was never any like, oh, I'm attracted to him. Am I gay now? It was just like, man. And like they even have like the Latin dancer in his, I don't know where he is, but I'm assuming this is like some sort of like immigrant heavy neighborhood in Japan.
Yeah.
But it's unclear as to where he lives because it looks like Latin America and it's diverse like Latin America is. Mm-hmm. But people speak in Japanese and Spanish and English. And I'm just like, anyway, like the bar that he frequents, the guy's like, hey, it's a men like men, who cares? Hey, love is love. We're passionate Latin Americans. And I'm just like, okay, this is like a really like, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like like an almost like friendly stereotype, where it's like, yes, as you know, all Latin Americans are passionate and cool about like bisexuality, and I'm like, I don't actually think that's true. I don't
like the movie was like more caught up in like the him being so rigid and the other one being so like outgoing. That was actually the problem of like matching that. Not
just like, like their genders don't actually matter for the story. It's really because they're like it's an opposites attract story. I did enjoy it. But I just thought like some of these things were so funny.
Yeah,
and it was just like and the other thing I love white people in Asian movies. Like, because like there was like a white lady who was playing his like dance instructor. She was great. They kept replaying the one line she said a lot about how dance is love. And I'm like, I think in like competitive dance, I think it's a little bit technique and stamina, but that's just me. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But
he really took it to heart. He really was.
He was thinking about that the whole film.
I'm not a good dancer.
Yeah,
I'm not in love with this girl.
But you also met like his like team, and they're just like clearly not English speakers.
Yeah,
but they have them speaking English when it's clearly like these are like, I would say Spanish or Italian if I were to guess. But then so you have them like shit talking him in English, and then the Latin American dancer, like the Latin dancer, coming over and like shit talking them also in English. None of those three people were native English speakers.
No, they weren't
whatsoever. I was like, this is great. This is what I love about Asian movies. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, yeah, it's like it could have been in Italian. It would have been fine, but they were like, no, we gotta make them British. We're gonna pretend they're British. His name is Fabio, but we are gonna pretend he speaks English. And that's just like such, and you know what? And I'm not saying that as though like Asian movies are the only ones who do this, because for a fact, that American movies, when they're like, like here's a Russian, like that person is not speaking good Russian. You know what I mean? Like, but I do so enjoy it when it's just like, you're just like, English person in a Japanese film, like white person in this film. What a delight. Like you probably couldn't get that many acting jobs outside of this, huh? Like if you were in, your home country, it was probably slim pickings, but
I guess it's like why some people do it.
Yeah. And it's like, it probably pays pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, like, probably at least, like, living, so there you go.
Yeah. Like, hell, I'd do it.
Yeah, I would too. I'd be like, sure.
Be a questionable white actor in an Asian show. Like, that doesn't bother me. I will be your Kevin. You know what I mean? But I always enjoy a bit, because like when I'm watching an Asian show and someone starts speaking English, I'm like immediately like, what?
Yeah.
Stop it. That's not what I'm here for. So, and then I had a sense of that they didn't subtitle that for me on Netflix when they are speaking English. And I'm like, no, I want it all subtitled. And I was like,
I hate when they do that.
I hate when they do that. I think I could have probably like changed the subtitle setting.
Yeah.
Maybe had it on the wrong one. But like, I was just like,
they do the like closed caption and then just the,
So I was just like, but I don't. I can't hear without my subtitle.
Yeah, I've got to read while they're like talking to me.
Please. But yeah, no, it was a really fun movie.
It was fun.
I really did love the ladies. Like,
yeah,
they did too. I will say that like that was probably like the worst thing about the movie to me is that like they sidelined the females, like exclusively females too. They kept on sidelining them, and to a point was getting a little uncomfortable. And like I don't know if that was a combination of it was like we're focused on these like two guys, and then also maybe that's the world also. But like you had all these like monologues where he's talking about like the female partner and how like you're supposed to do all this, you're supposed to make them look good, and it's like all supposed to be about the female partner and all this stuff. And like, you know, there's like a line where he's like, your partner is wearing heels, so she's like hurting while she's out there, and you do this, like you can't do this like that's a jerk move and stuff like that. And they had like all this stuff, and then they were constantly just like whatever about the girls. And he even does it well, like he even does it like part of his character. I mean, like after there's an incident, so she's like basically the last partner he has after like was not engaged, I guess.
Well, he had
tried to be engaged to another dancer. She turned him down, and then so he went through like a series of trying to find a partner, and literally the last girl that like was available is who he picked. And there's this big incident where when they're doing the like all the couples on the dance, they like run into another couple, and like the other couple falls, or the female partner does
falls,
and like visibly hurt, and it like ruins her mentally, like his partner, like it just like really messes her up. And so he basically just like forces her to like dance some more. He literally puts her in a dress, puts up her hair, and it's like, I mean, she like doesn't even like
remember
it. Like it's such like a traumatic like thing for her, this like incident. And so like it was like a little too weird to like have those kind of lines in this.
I felt like that was like a really strange plot point to include.
Well, and then not follow up with like
why she forgave
more
him.
the ladies talking about that. Like at least follow
because
up.
It also didn't like give like anything, like it wasn't like, and then we see how he helped her to be better, and now she's like at a state in the like dance world where she's like accepted and people love her dancing. They just didn't do that. So that was like weird. Like I know what that like the movie is supposed to be about them and their relationship, so you can't have those like
you can't focus on them too long.
But like also it just like kind of felt like weird when we're like sitting there talking about like how the partner is like like you're supposed to be doing everything for her, and essentially he's not doing that for her. Like the other guy was a little bit better with his girl, but he still was like not going to take like opportunities that would have like affected both of them. So like he was sidelining her essentially as well. So like I feel like that was a little hard to get through.
Like she had a bit more of like, hey, get it together.
Yeah.
Hey, focus.
Well, I think they also like were very much like brother and sister in love. You know, like I do think that they had a great time together, and like their dance scenes are so good together. Like I really like their energy and their connection and just like the way that they did stuff. I thought they were like really fun together. So I think like he definitely was more connected to his character than the other one. But it's just like, I was like, that's a little, you might not like that, but like also is the dance.
It's a 2-hour movie
like that too. And there's a multitude of things. It's not like something that like made it so I couldn't watch it or anything like that. Like, it's not a terrible movie. It just, that is a misstep in the movie that they could have fixed. I think they could have fixed.
It could have made it 5 minutes longer and like
or just
a montage or two.
Well,
you know,
honestly, you didn't even have that like scene. Like,
just not talk. It was a weird inclusion.
If you're going to include that and not have a follow up, narrative with it, it was an odd inclusion. Like, just for the narrative.
I was like, because she's like really affected by this like thing that happened. It's not just like,
and then it's just like she's just like, oh yeah, like I don't really. It was pretty traumatic. I don't remember it, but oh well.
And then obviously it's affected him as well because he feels really shitty about it. Because like, of course he should, but and it's like kind of, oh well. It's just kind of fine.
Like,
I think I mean like I guess they're trying to like tackle it, and then like that like he maybe is good with this dancer, but he is not in love with her, so therefore she is not the ultimate partner that he's like so hyper focused on. Like he keeps on like replaying the woman's like line about like you need to be, that's the like ultimate partnership on the dance floor is being in love, and he's like, I'm not. And then so like, you know, it leads to the like final thing where he brings who he actually is in love with up.
Comes out on the dance floor, literally. Literally and figuratively.
Also, there was like, I think there was one comment made. It was a side comment, and I don't even remember if it was one of the main characters saying it. But so there is a small narrative about like pretty much our ballroom dancer guy. He's been in these championship circles for quite a while. And he's been very successful, but he's never been able to land first at Worlds. Like that's his thing, right? And there's at least one person said in passing, essentially it's because you're Asian. Like but it just stayed there, and they never really
did anything with it.
No, they didn't.
Of course it was. Then because we had that one comment in the script.
It was definitely one of the like English speaking characters.
Yeah. And then
we were like, why is he like one? Because he's Asian, duh. Like it was like very much you're like,
it's like, okay, so at that point I was like, oh, are we gonna go into like a bit about like the like I the will definitely present racism
when the other guy confronts them who have been talking about it. When he says that you're the ones who could do something, he literally means that like you are the white people in this room. You can like change.
You can change that
issue.
It's like happening. Like we all know he's a better dancer.
There wasn't anything in between there where we're like bringing that back up, because they could have also they could have also like tied it that like that's why he also brought in another Asian person to be in the dance too.
And it also tied into the whole like, you know, kind of the ex-partner, the white ex-partner who's now with a white dude, you know, like I felt like there was some implication there too. So but we never, not that anything had to be like, here, silver platter for me.
You could have mentioned it again, but like, just like someone else could have acknowledged this.
Because the narrative was sparse, and we really only had that kind of moment of that one comment, and then kind of the follow up with the Latin dancer yelling at the quote unquote team and all this stuff. But then I was like, oh, like is this kind of what? Because then later when we are at the Asian Cup or whatever, you know, the Asian competition, and they talk about, well, we brought in a lot of foreigner competitors, and they're going to expect to get like first and second place. Like, so I mean, there was, the reporter dudes were very explicitly like saying that, and so and that's exactly what happened. Our ballroom guy couldn't land more than like third or anyway, this whole thing. So we kind of went there, but like we didn't actually chase it enough.
Yeah, it's like it was sort of dangling Chad of a plot there of like a social. They're like we could do some social commentary.
We need to talk about in this
like,
dance.
We could really talk about like the racial like dynamics of ballroom dancing, but we really gotta focus on the gay shit right now. Well, maybe in the sequel we'll come back to it. Like we're pushing boundaries enough. Like pick a struggle show. It could be gay or Asian. Like, I need you to do both. Like we can do both.
Intersectional. And even though now, like even if you did male partners, we can still be like women are cool too.
Yeah, like these two ladies are also dancing. Because like dance really strikes me, like ballroom dancing really sort of strikes me as one of those sports where it's like I don't see why you couldn't have male female competitions, like because
it's kind of like in the figure skating world now, where they're starting to be same-sex couples doing ice dancing and things, and
it's like, why couldn't you? There's no reason, like, because especially because like ballroom dancing specifically is so specific and regimented, right? There's absolutely no reason why two men or two women cannot, or two non-binary friends cannot, do that together. Like, it doesn't actually give an advantage in any real way for it to be, it's like, one's just gotta be a little taller than the other. Like we can't.
Like I've watched some like swing dancing, not competitions, but just like whenever they just gather and have like random, like it'll be a random pairing. Like you can tell these people haven't necessarily danced before, but they'll just like pick to dance together. And I've seen a lot of guys and gals like do like same sex like swing dancing. Yeah. It's awesome. Like it's so cool.
I feel like there's room in this world. Like people get so up in these gender politics of competition, like these gender roles of competition, that it's just like we don't need to. We don't need to be doing all this. No. You're making it so complicated. And then as soon as you like get rid of like these sort of gender constructs, and then you open up the sport to so many other people who are, not the gender binary, you know what I mean? Like I think it would be interesting. I would like to see it.
Yeah, I would watch it more than
I would genuinely be more interested in watching the sports competitions if we did away with gender in them. Like I have like very little interest in watching sports competitions. One exception. Love gymnastics, specifically women's gymnastics, and I like diving and figure skating.
I like sports when they're in the Olympics. Once Olympic time, I'm like into it, and then other time.
I like sports that like defy the laws of physics a little bit in my mind.
Yeah,
where I'm like, human body shouldn't be whipping around like that. Like that, I find fascinating. But like, I'm just like, it's just like, listen, let's be real. Watching women's hockey way better than watching men's hockey.
So. Side note, like I care a little. I care a little bit more about, like, if there's like a queer love story behind an actual. So there's a ladies hockey couple.
Oh, love them.
Yes,
there's so awesome. Many.
But they're like Canadian and American, and they like,
and they live in Montreal.
Yeah, and they like met like at a, like the competing game.
Rivals stuff. Yeah, and then. There's a gal who does table tennis, and she has just they have a lovely story, and her wife is not like a competitor, but like they had a long like love story and stuff, where she thought the sport would kind of not allow her to have like a love life really, but then they decided to pursue that, and so now she's kind of like her acting manager and stuff, and it's great. But so that actually I'm like, yeah. Or now there's like in baseball, there's I don't really know anything about the banana baseball stuff. Do you guys know anything about this? Okay. Side note, there is a team that's coming back. Like there used to be a Negro team, like historically that would go and perform like and do games and stuff. And they would also like perform tricks as they were doing their games.
Yeah.
So they're bringing back that team name, and then one of the original guys who was on the team like gave his blessing. So like he's been talking about like, I think it's called the Clowns. I don't remember what city they're tied with now with this Banana League stuff, but so that's like super exciting. So they're even like African American players that were on these other teams that they're taking the chance to be on that historical. And so like that's the type of stuff that's really like I actually get fascinated and I want to support like things like that. I think really
absolutely. I think it's like really important, like if we're doing like these sports things, like to have sort of gay sports related stories, because when you're thinking of like, you know, queer sports, it's always lesbians, right? And I feel like it's nice to have these gay sports stories to sort of normalize it. So, because let's be honest, there are closeted gay professional athletes who don't feel it's safe for them to come out. And I'm not just talking in the dance world. You know, I know heated rivalries is real popular these days. Guilty as charged. But like it's good that these stories are becoming a lot more mainstream, because it really does say, yeah, it's fine. Like we can all be cool about it. Like listen, we love the lesbian hockey players. We love them. Yeah. Love them. I would like it to be open for everyone. You know, I would like everyone to feel safe to be who they are.
Absolutely.
And so that's why I love movies, even though I'm not a sports movie person. I love gay sports movies and sports TV shows. Precisely because it's saying, yeah, you should be able to have a lovely same-sex dance exhibition and then have a passionate smooch in front of a bunch of stuffy old white people.
Yeah,
we should be able to do that. You
Stick it to the man.
That's right. Yeah. Listen, that, and if by man you mean the announcer, he was into it. The announcer in this movie was like, I love these gay dances. Yes, they're doing the Viennese waltz. Oh, the foxtrot. Oh, just like, yeah. Oh, they're doing the quick step too. They know it all, baby. I'm still
distracting.
I'm still thinking about that. Like friggin' announcer. Like it was. Yeah,
I forgot to mention that I did watch this movie with my husband. And he really enjoyed it, but definitely when we got to that announcer, we were both just kind of taken out of the world with the announcer.
No, it was the same. Like I was watching it, like I wasn't watching it with my husband, but he was next to me as I was watching it, and even he was like, "Okay, this announcer's doing a bit too much here. Like he's like a little too into this." Because like
he got this job, and he's gonna like do his best.
Because like what he always mentions in moments like this is the show Go Squid, when they go to a competition in Norway, but they don't actually name a city in Norway, but the white guy in it goes, "Welcome to beautiful downtown Norway." And my husband mentions that line so much, and this had the same energy. Welcome to the competition in beautiful downtown Norway. And this had the same energy, like it just had the same cadence, and it was just like it would have been an inappropriate, even if it had been like a regular exhibition, the way he was saying it was like, you know, Sunday, we'll sell you the whole seat, but you're only going to need the edge. Like that was the energy he was bringing to his announcing about like ballroom styles. It's just like, dude, I need you to like pull it back.
You should not be the focus right now.
No. Like I should not even hear you speaking. I should be taken away in the beauty of the dance. But I immediately would just be like, now we're doing the tango. And I'm like, stop it, dude. The sensual exotic tango. I'm like, no, I need you to stop.
It's unfortunate because like as far as announcing goes, it was fine announcing, but not for the purposes of this movie.
But didn't need it. If it had been a sports event, he would have been an incredible announcer.
He's the best one for this job, but
he was great. But we did not need it in the emotional climax of the film.
Do you think, okay, for non-English speakers, probably not as distracting.
Probably not.
It's just like English in the background.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you know, how I can watch cringy stuff in languages I don't speak.
Exactly.
Because I'm just like, I'm not cringed out by how obviously bad this is because I don't speak this language. But when you're watching like something, if I'm watching something in English or French, that's because I also speak French, people who don't know. If it's really cringy, I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do this.
When, like, the person speaking, it like you understand what they're doing. And not like just reading the script.
Yeah.
Like the person like goes, it makes it a little bit easier. If that
so like, hopefully for like Japanese watchers of the movie, like
they just had a great time.
Just in the background,
having a good time.
Like,
they were just reading the subtitles and going, "Oh, that is that type of dance. How lovely." But we were just like, I can't with this guy. I can't with this guy. Like, listen, he has a great announcer voice. I'm not gonna fault him.
They should have
like,
muffled him or something. Like,
it was so loud and so much. I was just like, dude, you're so excited. It's just like these things that it's reminding me of that I'm just like when you're watching something and you're like, this is the way this is being announced is inappropriate for the tone of what I'm watching. It's like when you're watching Forensic Files, and the guys, like the announcer is announcing how the murder happened, but he sounds a little too excited about it. He's like, then he went behind him and took a knife, and you're just like, okay, dude, it seems like you're like really into murder, not in a fun way. And this is just like, dude, you're really into dance, but it's like, I need you to like pull it back. Cool your jets a little, you know. But I did really enjoy the film.
I do hope that there's at least one more movie.
Yeah, I would like to actually see the 10-dance competition.
So did you gals expect that we would get to see the 10-dance competition?
I really okay. Like when I thought the emotional climax of the film was going to be the 10-dance competition. Was going to be like them all like sweating and struggling and looking at each other across the dance floor as they both do the dances. No, I was like, but wait. And then when I was like looking at like the runtime and I was like, wait a second.
Wait a minute.
Wait a second. We've only got like 5 minutes left of this film and we have not actually gotten to the titular competition that it's named. And then it was just like the last line was like, see you at 10-dance. And I'm like, no, I want to see you at 10-dance right now. I was a little disappointed, but it really did leave you wanting more. So I do hope they make a second one so we can actually like see the 10-dance competition. I would like him to defeat Giulio once and for all. Okay, I would like him to put that little Italian man in his place. Giuseppe, was it Giuseppe or it was Giulio, right? Giovanni, something. One of those names. Yeah, one of those names.
Well, narratively, so our two main fellas here, like the 10-dance competition, the Latin dancer was really, it's not that he was just wanting to win, because of course he wants to do that.
Yeah.
But then there's even these very short parts of the script that are like, if I beat you, I'll put you out of your misery. And so there's kind of this discussion of the ballroom dancer is kind of in pain. Like, we got little snippets of narrative that we kind of just didn't quite follow
or explore quite enough.
Maybe to where it's like, to read the manga.
Yeah.
I feel like I'll probably have to go check it out. Yeah, like, need to know. Like, the chances of a second 10-dance coming out, 50-50.
Yeah.
All right.
This is Netflix we're talking about.
Yeah, we have learned.
Yeah.
You know, don't hold your breath, you know?
Yeah.
Like, unless it is like explosively popular. Like, I don't think that I really enjoy this. I don't think this is going to be as popular as K-pop Demon Hunters. I'm just, I feel like it may not quite reach that height. Something tells me.
I will say the one thing that I kind of thought was slightly missing was music-wise. Not that we needed anything super catchy, but like during the ballroom dancing scenes and stuff, it wasn't like, oh, this beautiful music. It was like, it's just music. Like it.
Yeah.
Okay, it wasn't really hitting music for me.
Yeah. Latin music slap though.
Yeah. That was always good.
Like I thought even the movie itself was like, to be honest, Latin dancing's a little more exciting. I'm gonna be real. Like it's a little more fun from
this one's a little bit cooler.
Yeah, it's like he's making some fun facial expressions and they look like they're
having a good time.
He was vibing. And then it was just like, okay, now we're back to the stuffy, like stuck up white people over here doing the waltz. Yeah, moving mechanically with one another. I'm just like, okay, like I see you. I see the bias and I'm okay with it, because like Latin dancing is fun.
Yeah,
it is fun. And if you're not doing it in like a competition setting, it's really inclusive. You're just like, can you vibe? Can you move your hips? Just go listen to music and drink and have a good time. It's fun. I've been to Cuba. I went to a dance club in Cuba. It's fun. It's fun. He's right about that. He was like, I miss Havana. Me too. Right. Me too, sir. Love that place. But yeah, no, it was a really fun movie. It was a really fun movie, and I hope.
Do you think it has rewatchability? Like, how does that feel?
I don't think so.
I feel like if you love dancing,
I think if you're in the world of dancing, you might.
Yeah.
But while I would love to see a sequel, and while I would tell, like, I'll probably tell like one of my sisters, like, yeah, you should watch it. It's pretty good. Like, I think you'll enjoy it. I'm fine with just once. Yeah. I think I got everything I needed from the experience.
Yeah.
Like it was good. It was great. I enjoyed it. Gave it a 9 out of 10. Like it delivered for a movie watching experience, which was, do you want gay and dance? Yes.
It kind of does make you want to say, just beware, they don't quite make it to the 10 dance.
Just know, you'll see the 10 dances, you won't see the 10 dance, if that makes sense.
The 10 dance is a very slow burn that doesn't even
the 10 dance is such a slow burn, it's in the next fic. You know what I mean? Like they really like are edging you with this 10 dance competition. They're like, oh, session's over. See you next time. And I'm like, ooh,
which means if they do another movie, like you could probably do a whole movie with just at the competition mostly.
Yeah.
Or like a little bit of prep and then that.
I feel like that would be like a really fun movie, to be honest.
And then, especially with all the rounds, like if you are having to dance like 40,
and then it's like just have them having like little stolen moments between the rounds. Ooh,
and we can also see like the other people dancing too. Like I think that would be
we can have like an actual like villain, like there could be like a really, like listen, we haven't heard the manga. There's in it, but like there could be like a really racist piece of shit dancer there who they're like, ooh, we gotta take this fucker down. Like I could see it. I think it would be fun. I'm not like super invested in the world of dance. I think dancing's nice. But I was super invested in this slow burn dance mance.
Well,
I've watched like dancing competition shows before because I do get really intrigued about dancers doing other dancing styles. Yeah. Like I think that's really cool, and they're able to learn and do that when that's usually not their wheelhouse or something. I think that's really neat. And so this had that, so I thought that was cool.
Yeah, it was nice. Cool.
But yes, brilliant acting. I also love the ladies. I do think the ladies should have had a little bit more. Because
maybe the second movie we have opportunity.
Yeah, maybe the second movie is about them.
Maybe lesbians. Honestly,
I was even fine with them just being friends. Like I was totally down with it.
Listen, if they want to give us lesbians, we're not going to look a lesbian gift horse in the mouth. You know what I mean? Like we'll be like, we will take the lesbians. Thank you.
We'll also take a great friendship.
Yes, but we'll also take a nice platonic couple of gals. When lesbians, though. We're big lesbian fans over here. Yeah. Big lesbian fans over here at the Noonas. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was 10Dance. We enjoyed it. And we think you probably enjoy it if you like dancing and Machida Kaida, good acting, and gay romance.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all you know. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. Anyway, if you are celebrating the holidays, we hope that you're having a good time. Even with this sort of low budget slapdash edit that you're getting, non-edit that you're getting this week. But merry holidays, happy holidays, whatever you do be celebrating. We like to be, and if you're not, Festivus for the rest of us, you know how it be. Anyway, we have a good time. You can, if you are like, oh, I'm so bored. I'm so bored. I ate too much turkey. I say that as though we are not 3 vegans in this lineup being like, yeah, you ate too much turkey. You can always find other episodes that you can put your headphones on and tune out your family if they're getting too much. We are wherever podcasts can be found. We are on Spotify, Apple iTunes, all that sort of jazz. But you can also watch us in video if you just need that human connection of looking people in the face. And you can do that on YouTube. But you can also do all of that on our website, Certified Noonas, where we have every single episode we've ever done. And there's a lot of them.
Yeah, we've been doing this for a while.
We've been doing Noonas for a while. The further back you go, the more questionable some of the episodes become. We've really, after 7 years, I like to think that we have gotten a bit better.
If you listen to them, just don't tell us,
Yeah, we don't need to know. It's all good. And if you're feeling in the holiday spirit and want to support this podcast, you can go to patreon.com/certified Noonas to join the Certified Found family. They're a found family on the web. They're wonderful. We love them. They've been keeping us afloat by supporting this podcast for so many years. We think literally they're the best. They're best. As a little announcement, our final episode of the year will not be coming out next Monday. It will be coming out on the 31st. I know, Wednesday, a wild Wednesday. This is half because that's fun that the final episode is coming out on the 31st, and also because I didn't want to record on Christmas.
Yeah,
I'm not home. I'm not bringing any of my recording equipment, so I was like, "Can we just do it when I get back?" Everyone was like, "Yeah, we don't. That's fine. It's fine." So it'll be a couple days later. So hope that won't ruin your week next week. But anyway, we will be back soon with our end of the year episode where we talk about all our faves from this year. So we hope that you will join us for that on the 31st. Anyway, we hope you have a great holidays if you're celebrating, or a great week if you're not. Stay safe, wear a mask, wash your hands. The flu do be going around. It's that time of year. It's so wintry here. Yeah. So please protect yourself. Get that hand sanitizer. Lysol the doorknobs. You know what I mean? Like, just especially like this time of year where you're around all them kids.
Yeah,
it's so sticky.
The kids aren't even at school right now.
Open mouth coughing on you. Oof. Anyway, we hope you have a great holiday, great week, and we will see you next time. See ya. Bye.
Bye.